5 years on from its launch, the Tata Altroz has finally received a midlife update, which brings with it a new visual identity for Tata's premium hatchback. This, of course, is meant to take on the Maruti Suzuki Baleno, but the reality is that in this day and age, the Altroz is really competing with sub 4 meter SUVs, and Tata has made an attempt to try and make this car more attractive than before. But has it succeeded? Let's take a quick look around the car and see what's new. My name is Amaan Ahmed. You're watching Car and Bike. If you haven't done it already, make sure you subscribe to the channel and hit that bell icon so you're notified every time we upload a new video. Now, come with me as I talk you through all of the design highlights and feature highlights on the Altroz facelift. So let's start at the front. I think the Altroz has had the most striking face of any premium hatchback on sale in India, and I think the trend continues with the facelifted model. As you can see, up front, there are 4 light clusters on each side. So there are 4 light clusters on the right and 4 on the left. So there are a total of 8 lamps that Tata has used. This, the company says, has been done to make the Altroz look more high-tech than before. And there is also a new grille, a 3D effect grille, as Tata likes to call it. The front bumper is new, redesigned, and it also has this coin slot-like cutout that also houses the front camera. Along the sides, the first thing you will notice is that the Altroz now wears new wheels, and the big news is that the Altroz now gets 16-inch wheels as standard. Earlier, the lower spec models came with 14-inch wheels. Now you get 16-inch wheels. In profile, the Altroz remains unchanged, but there are a couple of key new additions. On the front doors, you will find flush door handles with an illuminated strip. This is a nice touch, adds to the premium look of the Altroz. At the rear, the door handle is still recessed into the C-pillar. And at the back, the big change is the addition of an infinity LED tail light, or basically a connected LED tail light. It looks nice, and the Altroz still retains a large section of the tailgate which is painted black. Though you can, if you take a closer look, see the housings of the pre-facelift car's tail lights. I think that's an observation only the keen-eyed will make. But what do you think of the exterior of the 2025 Altroz? Let me know in the comments. Now let's quickly jump inside the car and see what it's like. Step inside the facelifted Altroz, and the first thing you will notice is this reskinned dashboard. It looks nice. It employs 3 colors in total. So there's a little bit of beige surrounding the dashboard. There's some gray, and there's this ivory beige on the dashboard. And you will see 2 displays. So there is a 10.25-inch central infotainment touchscreen, which was present on the pre-facelift Altroz as well. But now you get a 10.25-inch full digital driver's display as well. And that can be had with the map view as well as the blind view monitor, which is a neat touch. The other thing you will notice is the revised aircon panel. So these controls, as you can see, have been borrowed from the Nexon. And on the automatic variants, you will get a new shifter, which is akin to some of the shifters we've seen on Tata's SUVs. The other big change is the interior color scheme, because as you can see, now you get beige upholstery. So it lightens the feeling inside the Altroz, but these seats will get dirty really quickly. What you will also notice is this voice assisted sunroof, which is present on the top spec model. And you're facing this new 2-spoke steering wheel. Once again, like we've seen on some of Tata's recent SUVs, the logo will be illuminated. On the whole, it feels quite nice, more premium than before. But now let's jump into the back seat and see what that's like. The rear seat experience in the Altroz remains more or less the same as before. You have the same amount of space that you had previously. These seats have these under-thigh cushions, which will give you good under-thigh support on longer journeys. And you have adjustable headrests at the back, but you only have 2 headrests. There is no headrest for the middle passenger, though you do get a center armrest with built-in cup holders. And speaking of other amenities at the back, you have dedicated AC vents, and there's also a 65-watt USB-C fast charger. Let's take a quick look at the boot space of the 2025 Altroz. This is the iCNG variant, which means it has 210 liters of boot space, because under here you will see the twin cylinders for the CNG system. The regular Altroz has a boot space of 345 liters. Now let's quickly take a look at the powertrains. Engine options remain practically unchanged, so the Altroz can be had with the 1.2-litre naturally aspirated 3-cylinder engine that puts out close to 87 bhp and 115 Newton meters of torque. There's also the 1.5-litre diesel, which means the Altroz remains the only premium hatchback that you can still buy in India with a diesel engine that produces close to 90 brake horsepower and 200 Newton meters of torque. And the petrol engine can also be had with the CNG option. The big news on the transmission front is that Tata has added a 5-speed AMT for the 1.2-litre petrol engine, which means you now have a 5-speed manual, a 5-speed AMT and a 6-speed dual clutch automatic that you can have with the 1.2-litre petrol. The diesel continues with a manual as before. So let's quickly talk about the introductory prices for the Altroz. The Altroz has been launched at a price of 6,89,000 rupees for the manual equipped base variant and goes all the way up to 11,29,000 rupees for the top spec model. Remember, these prices are only for the manual variants of the car. Tata is yet to reveal the prices for the fully loaded automatic variant, but once we have it, we'll make sure to put it down in the comments. So that's a quick first look at the Altroz facelift. What do you make of it? Do you think it looks more attractive now compared to the Baleno and to some sub-4 meter SUVs as well? Let me know your thoughts in the comments section. We'll be driving the Altroz facelift real soon and we'll have a review out for you next week. So make sure you tune in for that. If you have any feedback for us, leave that in the comments as well. If you enjoyed watching this video and found it informative, then remember to give us the thumbs up. And if you know somebody who would be interested in the 2025 Altroz, then remember to share this video with them.